Coming up next, Matt Bradley from Cal, as the Bears are under Mark Fox. Definitely were a bit of a surprise, I think, at times last season as they continue to improve. Matt will join us here momentarily. There he is. Look at that. Right on time. The other UC school, right on time. Matt, you're a baller. You're a stat stuffer. You make big shots. Why do you love that moment?
I don't know, man. It's something about that moment. I just love to compete. I love being in tense situations where, the game's on the line. It's time for me to step up. And, that's what our team works hard to do. And that's what they, prepared me to do. So I love the moment.
You got range. How have you extended your range?
I'm just shooting it. Right now, I've been focused on things outside of scoring, which I feel like that's what the team needs. I really, my main focus has been fighting my teammates in scoring areas, working on defensive, defense side of the ball, and other things. But obviously, shooting is what I'm known for, and I'm just gonna continue to keep working on that as well.
So look, you guys, as careful as you've been, you had a minor shutdown. I say minor because it wasn't the full 2 weeks, like a lot of these other schools, and so you're fortunate in that matter. What was that like, that sort of knocking you back after getting started and then having to stop and now coming back again?
It was a tough week. It definitely made us look at the big picture of things and how the seriousness of COVID. But in that week, I think we grew stronger together. We obviously weren't able to see each other physically, but we stayed connected. We were looking out for one another. Our coaches, were definitely having our best interests in mind, and the city of Berkeley was behind us. So I thank everybody for that.
So to that point, I think this is one of the underreported stories with athletes across the country, is the mental health aspect of when you have to lock it down. For a lot of us, if that happens, we can be in our homes. We have more room. Maybe we have a backyard, similar to what happened obviously in the spring. What's it like when it happens to you on campus or in an apartment, or even in a, I don't know if you're in a dorm or an apartment situation, but, much more of an isolation that you had to go through?
Yeah. So, thank God for, technology and the way it is now. Obviously, it's not as good as physical interaction, but, I was locked in my apartment for a week. I'm able to go outside with nobody around me and kind of just move around and, get some fresh air. But overall, I stayed in my room, I stayed in my house, and I was just connecting with people over social media, and kind of I have a bicycle. I was riding my bike, kind of like in the hills of Berkeley around nobody. And, that was me personally. I think, I might've struggled a little bit, but overall it wasn't that bad of an experience.
So at least you got some air and some exercise, which is obviously critical. But the basketball aspect, when that stops and it gets halted immediately, what was that first practice like when you guys all came back together after having to shut down for a week?
I think we were really eager to get back in the gym. I wouldn't say necessarily rust or, being tired was a big issue. The main thing for us was just we were really eager, and we got immediately right after it. We weren't trying to make up for lost time, but we just got right back on track and moving in a positive direction.